Shalom, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel, the elect of Yahushai. First of all, as always, Kal Halal La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Baha Recha HaKwadash. Double honor to the elder apostles of the Great Millstone, GMS. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the Bayath Shah Davadah, which is the house of David, beginning with the 144,000, the governing body. Adawan Ratazah, which means Lord willing. So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. And hey, basically, I've got a few articles regarding this MOTB technology, okay, regarding this RFID micro C-hip. All right, got a few articles. All right, and we can start off in Euronews, okay. And this was published on the 31st of May, which is today. All right, 2024, Friday, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Okay, and we're getting super close for this being mandated globally. Okay, and this technology has been out there for a while, and people have been voluntarily getting C-hipped. Okay, got to coin it that way. All right, but there's gonna come a time when this is gonna be they're gonna put the measures in, so they're gonna force people and pressure people to take it. Okay, so this article, Euronews.next, the headline says France's answer to Neuralink sends message to Macron using movement and brainwaves in world first. The demonstrator raised his hands in the air to show the message to the French president was sent with mental and physiological commands. France's answer to Neuralink sent a message to President Emmanuel Macron on the social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, on Friday, using only a device controlled by movement and the mind. Using a non-invasive brain-computer interface powered by multimodal generative artificial intelligence (AI), the technology created by the Marseille-based company Inclusive Brains was demonstrated to a live audience at the UN's AI for Good summit in Geneva. And they've got all these summits where these top individuals, they have their meetings and councils and things like that. Okay, these Edomites, right? The demonstrator raised his hands in the air to show how the message to the French president was sent with mental and physiological commands. Head movement controlled the cursor, and the brainwaves were used to click the computer mouse through a small headset device. It took a couple of minutes to write and send a tweet, which read, "Hello UN, world premiere, made in France," which included emojis and a photo. The company's co-founder and CTO Paul said it could have been quicker if not for being in a live environment. Okay. So that's pretty much that, Alright. Now there's many different rivals to Neuralink, okay? And different startup companies, independent ones that is, that are actively working on this RFID micro C-hip technology. Okay. And they're all pushing it so it becomes a normalized thing in today's modern society. Okay, so this piece of technology is being continuously enhanced and being advanced, as well as being accelerated, right, to bring about the worldwide mandatory C-hip implant. Okay, so Bible prophecy is being sped up, right, through the might, power, and spirit of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai. Okay, even the days are being shortened for the elect's sake. All right, so that's from that article. When we go on the hill, this was 2 days ago. So these are all fresh news, right? Recent news. You see, Elon Musk Neuralink brain C-hip startup seeks to enroll 3 patients in study. So Elon's on a roll, man. Elon Musk's brain C-hip company Neuralink is looking to enroll 3 participants to evaluate its implant in a study that could last more than 5 years. Neuralink is seeking 3 paralyzed patients to test the device's safety and functionality in those with spinal cord injuries. And we've seen examples of people in the past. All right, there's an example of that 29-year-old who was a diver who was paralyzed over a diving accident, and he was controlling a cursor on like a video game, like playing chess, things like that. All right, so we're gonna see see more of this, because many people are gonna take this C-hip, you see, and be deceived by it. All right. The implant is being tested in the section of the brain responsible for motor function and is intended to transmit brain signals to a smartphone app that will decode the intention of the movement. The company is eventually seeking to allow those with paralysis to use a keyboard and control a computer with just their thoughts. Okay, so yeah, man, we see that these devils in their technology, which ultimately the Lord gave them, this technology. All right, all right. The study is estimated to have its primary completion by January next year. January 2026. Though the full study is not projected to be finished until January 2031, per the clinical trial database. Those eligible for the study include individuals ages 22 to 75 with severe quadriplegia that have been without improvement for at least 1 year, with a life expectancy longer than or equal to 12 months. Patients must also have very limited or no hand, arm, or wrist movement due to spinal cord injury or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis or neurological disorder. The first Neuralink implant was put in a human in January, though it malfunctioned weeks after the surgery when several threads recording neural activity retracted from the brain. That's the thing, People believe a lot of people are going to be deceived into thinking that this is going to permanently cure them, you see, and it's really to their detriment. Revelation 16, verse 2 goes into a grievous sore, alright, came upon those that took the mark, okay, cancer and things like that, ulcers, blisters all over the body, alright, it's a foreign body in your body, like, I've mentioned before, okay, and your own body heat, which the human body is 37 degrees Celsius, that's going to power the sea hip inside you, okay, and it's going to interconnect with all your veins and things like that. It's going to wrap around it and stuff like that, and it's going to be, radiation, and that's going to trigger off, problems in the body, okay, your body's going to fight against it, you see. The malfunction reduced the number of effective electrodes and ability of the quadriplegic patient, 29-year-old Noland, to control a computer cursor with his brain. Neuralink said it saw rapid and sustained improvement after making modifications and told the Food and Drug Administration it believes it has a solution for the issue, according to Wall Street Journal. You see? So I'll get a couple more of these articles. Alright. Quartz. This is from Quartz. Elon Musk's Neuralink was exempt from sharing trial details, but it's doing it anyway. The brain hip startup, alright, has posted its details about its human trials on the NIH's website. This was published Tuesday, 2:56 p.m. Again, recent and of course relevant. Elon Musk's brain hip Neuralink submitted details to a government database about an ongoing study that is testing its brain-computer interface (B.C.i) device in humans, despite the fact that it wasn't required to. Okay, Neuralink registered its precise robotically implanted brain-computer interface study as a first-in-human early feasibility study. With the US National Institutes of Health website, clinicaltrials.gov, Neuralink is currently testing its B.C.i, which aims to help people with severe quadriplegia control outside technology using their thoughts. See? So, yeah, it's here, man. We're here. Pop up, Satan. It's disrupting. According to details to the study posted to clinicaltrials.gov, on Monday, the study, which is designed to evaluate functionality of the Neuralink's brain implant and the robot used to implant the device, began in January of this year and expected to run until 2031. So, it's pretty much going into the same thing. Alright. So, yeah. Let's get the prophecy in the book of the prophet Habakkuk. Alright. We'll go straight to the point. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. Alright. So time is running short for these devils. Okay. Time is running short. So that's why they're going underway with this and moving as quickly as possible with it. You see. So Habakkuk, we'll go straight to the point. Chapter 2 and verse 3, and it reads, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time." Right, and the vision are these prophecies. Okay. But at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Okay? So the visions, all right, which is these prophecies are certainly coming to pass. They are certainly not tarrying. Okay? These prophecies that are written throughout the Holy Bible thousands of years ago are manifesting today in real time. Okay? Proof that we are indeed living in the end times. It can't get no more clear and evident than that. Okay? Hebrew word for vision is the strong H2377 concordance number, Chazawan, and it goes into vision, vision in ecstatic state, vision in night, oracle prophecy, divine communication, vision as title of book of prophecy. Okay? If you go further down, a sight mentally, i.e. a dream, revelation, or oracle. That's right, these, prophecy, these prophets, they had visions of this. Take, all right, through Harakah Kodash, the Holy Spirit. Okay, and of course, again, it's coming to pass. It really is coming to pass. Proof that the Bible is the divine word of God. Okay, it's not like the Bible is true. All right, completely. And we've been prophesying about you know this for a long time. Okay, beginning with the elder apostles of the Great Millstone on down. Okay, so these are about to be completed, i.e. fulfilled, right? These prophecies, right, in these last days, man. Knowledge is increasing, which is mentioned in the book of Daniel. Okay, so we are in them times, man. Right, it's happening through the purpose, power, and spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, so Esau's kingdom, the so-called White people, all right, starting with Amalek, the Amalekites, the Jayish people, the small hatters, 1948ers, all right, their kingdom will soon be shut down by Yahweh Shai, man, who the world incorrectly and ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Okay, all right. So this is the beast technology. They're fully, you know, inhabiting your thoughts and connecting you to the Internet of Things. That C-hip. Okay. Which basically will grant Amalek total control, grant these devils total control over those who submit and take that micro C-hip. Okay. Want full control over the masses, over their minds. All right. So all these different micro C-hip brain implant companies are in it together, man. They all share the same agenda. You see? We always, say the same thing over and over, but hey, we just, you know, blowing the trumpet in Zion and sounding the alarm upon the Lord's holy mountain. Right? And warning our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the Israelite foreigners, speckled bird, not to take this device. Okay? Alright? As it roughly says in Ezekiel chapter 3, give them warning from me, man. Alright? So, get another article. Last one, ccnn.com. This is 4 hours ago. Okay? So, here we are. See, so, we're basically, watchmen unto the house of Israel, man. Okay? Giving our people, telling them the warning of what's to come. So, CCNN, last updated 8 hours ago. Neuralink could head to the UK, right, for next round of clinical trials as brain-computer interface startups boom. Wow. All right. Neuralink has opened a patient registry in the UK as the firm prepares for its next round of clinical trials. The move suggests it could enroll patients in the UK. The country is already home to several startups working on the technology. The UK is home to a thriving ecosystem of brain-computer interface B.C.i startups. But the most well-known player in the space, Neuralink, has yet to make any moves in the country. However, on Friday the 31st of May, which right now in England time, which is currently 23 minutes past 10, at night, today, all right, the company opened a patient registry that could pave the way for its next round of clinical trials to take place in the UK. Having successfully completed its first B.C.i implant in a paralyzed patient in January, Neuralink is making preparations for an expanded clinical investigation of the technology, right? Because this is going to come up on all the world, man. Okay, the hour of temptation is going to come up on all the world in an oikoumeny sense, right? The whole earth. Okay, Revelations 3 and 10. So the hour of temptation is certainly near, man. I know the elect are going to, pass that test. Right. Says the firm has sought approval from the FDA to enroll 10 people for the next round of its US trials, but it also opened registration for patients in Canada and now the UK. And eventually, yeah, worldwide. Wow. While Neuralink hasn't confirmed any plans for the country, the UK patient registry allows us to determine your preliminary eligibility for future Neuralink clinical investigations in the United Kingdom, the company's website states. If the firm does venture across the Atlantic, it will find itself in the company of around a dozen other startups working on B.C.i's or associated technologies. Yeah. Let's carry on with this article. B.C.i startups in the UK. Whereas Neuralink's devices are inserted inside the skull, some of the UK's leading B.C.i startups are focused on developing non-invasive solutions. Yeah, actually, I think really that's enough, to be fair. In fact, look at this. Meanwhile, BIOS, Basic In-Out System, is working on AI systems that can read and write neural data as a kind of programming language, giving a whole new meaning to the concept of biohacking and promising to open up new digital treatments for neurological disorders. Alright? Among the various technologies that fall under the B.C.i umbrella, there are both those that rival and those that complement Neuralink. Like I said, they're all in these things together. Alright? What form the tech will take in the years to come remains to be seen. But UK-based startups will certainly be along for the ride. Okay? Yeah. So yeah, man, we're basically here. BIOS working on AI system. So you basically a BIOS, basic input output system, is a program that's fixed and embedded on a device microprocessor. Yeah, that basically helps to initialize hardware operations and manage like the data flow that goes like to and from the operating system and things like that. Okay, that's what BIOS in the IT field is. Okay, and they're gonna want to know your thoughts and things like that, and basically have you under their control mentally by having a chip in your brain, in your body. All right. So let's get another scripture, then we can basically leave it there. All right. So in their eyes, again, it's a race for that finalized perfect C-hip. All right. And more or less every week or every couple weeks, we are receiving updates on the MOTB, right? That they promote so much and invest so much money into. You see, so this ain't for fun. It ain't just for, they're just doing it because they're doing it, right? Lots of money and time is invested into this, lots of energy, okay? And updates are happening more frequently than ever before. All right, so we're so close for this to be mandated globally. All right, even that article, mentioned plans of international, you know, basically going international with it, with this device. Let's go straight to the point in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And it reads, And he, Esau, Edom, calls a Thor, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So it doesn't matter if you're rich or you're poor. It doesn't matter if you're well renowned in the society or not. It doesn't matter if you're homeless or not. All right. It doesn't matter your age, whether you're a man or woman or elderly or you know, a 9-year-old kid, all right? Scripture says it, and as it reads, and he calls the Thor both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, all right? And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. You see? So, this are the times we're in, okay? That word mark goes to the Greek word charagma or tragma, which is the physical device, implant, and they do this by actually cutting into the human body, into the flesh, okay? So basically, without being surgically implanted with a C-hip, you can't buy and sell, and you cannot take part in the society, which will cause a heavy division within society, okay? So, we're warning you not to take this implant under any circumstance whatsoever, alright? Let's go into the word mark. Alright, it's Strong's G5480 concordance number. Charagma.
Strong's G5480. Charagma. Charagma.
A stamp, an imprinted mark. Of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist, which is many Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses, thin carved, sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images. That's what it's going into. Okay, so it's going to be engraved into the body. Okay, an etching, an actual physical etching into the body. Okay, it will be bored into the flesh. Okay, right, like in their arm or in their forehead. Right, like the example that you see in the the articles and in articles past, time past. All right. So yeah, brain implants. If we go into the root word, Strong's G5482 concordance number.
Strong's G5482. Charax. Charax.
A pale or stake, a palisade or rampart, pales between which earth, stone, trees, and timbers are heaped and packed together. Okay. So, we go further down. To sharpen to a point through the idea of scratching a stake, i.e. by implication a palisade or rampart military mound for circumvallation in a siege trench. Okay. So this is basically the delivery system used to put the micro C-hip into the body. Okay. In fact, why don't we get an image of it? We can come back to the scripture. Let's type in. It's a bit slow, bear with it. Let's try this. Images. Right, okay. Let's go to a good one. It's taking a while to load up even more. Maybe I don't need to. Oh, let's see. Okay. You see them even like school fences and stuff. Let's look at this one. Hopefully load up the quality better. You can kind of see the sharp part going into the ground, boring into the ground. Let's go with this metal one. See, got the sharp bits at the top, but you have a sharper point that can, bore into the ground. I'm sure you get where I'm coming from. Right, basically keeps the fence stable. Basically, yeah, keeps the fence stable. In fact, if we get a palisade stake, get an image of that. Great. Okay, great. Yep. Let's go on this image right here. You see that? Ancient defensive wooden palisade fence reconstruction, Bornholm. See how that's the pointy part, right? And even further down, that looks good. Yeah, these are examples of it, right? So this is likened unto the syringe that puts the device into you. It's likened unto that. So you see how the scriptures tie in perfectly together, with the biblical usage of it. All right, it all makes sense. Okay, so hey, you can't say you've not been warned. All right. So yeah, there you go. So that's likened unto the that syringe that's gonna deliver the charagma into you. All right. So we'll go back to Revelation chapter 13 verse 16. We can go into the next root word. Just bear with me again. Okay, so we've got the root word grapho, G1125. All right.
Strong's G 1125. Grapho. Grapho.
All right. To write with reference, form of letters. To delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material. To write with reference to the contents of the writing, to express in written characters, to commit to writing things not to be forgotten, write down, record. Okay. And the word delineate means, to describe or portray something precisely. Alright. So yeah. To write to one by writing in a written epistle to give information directions. Alright, compose, to draw up in writing, to fill with writing. Okay. So this is basically going into the written information, which will be the information on that electronic device. Information about yourself, your personal history, like your date of birth, okay, your address where you live, your bank details, your medical information, okay, whether you have, asthma and things like that, your blood type, things like that, all right, your job occupation, where you work, where you worked in the last few years, past employment history, okay, even your criminal history, okay, everything will be on that device, all right. So, like, no privacy, man. You know, Esau, beginning with the chief tribe Amalek, will have all your information at hand like that. You see? Verse 18, here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 6, going into the universal product code, man. So, this is where we're at. Just one, is it Thessalonians? I think it's put it down that way. That's it. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 8, and it reads, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Right now, man, this devil's being exposed. Okay. Through the mouthpiece of the Lord, his prophets. Okay. Prophesying against this wicked kingdom, this wicked society, things like that. All right. Even him who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. All right. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish because they receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved. All right. With the point in verse 9, even him who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power, signs and lying wonders, and that's a lying wonder. Okay. Being able to, let's say, speak again for taking that C hit, being able to walk again if you're paralyzed, being able to, do things with your mind, control things with your mind, because of getting C hit, that's part of the lying wonder. Alright, these false miracles, man. Alright, so I'm going to leave the lesson there. Lord willing, this was edifying. And on to the next one. Shalom.